Welcome, ladies. We are focusing on upper body today. We are doing push muscles, chest, triceps, and shoulders. So grab your weights and we'll get ready or get started into our warm-up. So we're going to start with that standing cat-cow. Hands are coming behind our behind our head. As we exhale, we're grounding that upper back, separating those shoulders, and then we're going to inhale, open that chest. And just flowing through this at your own pace. Starting to warm up those shoulders. We're going to open up that chest and then around that back. One more each way. And then we're going to come to a hinged position here. And we're going to go thumbs up and we're going to reach out in front of us. Out to 45 and then out to the side. So front, 45, and then out to the side. Continuing to warm up those shoulders. We'll go through each one more time. Come back to that standing position, and we're going to go into some big arm circles here. So big circles forward. And then same thing backwards, big circles back. And then swing those arms out in front of us, coming to the edge of our the edge of our mat next. And we're going to go into some walkouts. So we're going to take that big inhale, reach up to the sky, into that forward fold, feeling some lengthening in that posterior chain. Let's walk it out to that high plank. We're going to hold here for 3, 2, 1, and we're going to walk it back in. Rolling up slowly, roll those shoulders back, and again, inhale up, forward fold, walking it out. We're going to hold 3, 2, 1, and back it up, same thing. Coming up to that standing position, rolling those shoulders, big inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, we're going to walk it out one more time. This time we're going to stay in this plank, and you can stay up on your toes or drop down to your knees. We're just going to do a couple push-ups here. So we're going to inhale down, exhale, press away from that floor. One more. Popping up to those toes, walking it back in, and again, slowly rolling up, rolling those shoulders back, finishing off with a little bit of cardio. So we're gonna go into some butt kicks here, bringing those heels up to those glutes. Nice and light on our toes, choosing a tempo here that gets that heart rate up, but it doesn't make it so we're so winded that we can't talk. This is just our warm up, working at about a 3 to 4 out of 10 range. We're just about there. We'll finish up this warm up in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, so let's grab our weights. We will grab our water and we'll get started in our first set. All right, guys, first circuit. We've got 3 exercises. We're going through each exercise 3 times. We are working push muscles, okay? So our first workout or our first exercise, push-ups, you modify where you're at, whether we're using the wall, we're elevating that upper body, or we're coming down onto the ground, onto our knees and toes. We're working for 45 seconds. It's a long time to do push-ups, and we're taking a 15-second break in between. We are starting off big. This is probably going to be our hardest set. So take your time, modify when you need to, thinking about that form and posture. We're using that core here a lot, so we're going to work on strengthening that core. So when we're ready, you choose where you're at with those modifications. Getting ready for that push-up in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to sink down and we're going to push away from that floor. Thinking about dropping your chest towards the floor. Also going to turn that timer down a bit. As we inhale and then pushing away as we exhale. Keeping that core nice and strong, and even as it gets hard, we don't want to hold our breath. Inhale down, exhale, push away. Starting off in a more challenging level if you can. So if you're working on those toes, we're going to come up on our toes to start off. Let's see how many reps we can get through, and then when you need to, modify. We're almost there, guys. We've got 10 seconds left. One more. and rest. Good job. Okay, we're gonna take our break. Give that chest, so shoulders, that core, nice rest. Nice deep breath, choosing your modification next. I'm gonna show you a little modification. If you're on your knees working towards your toes, I want you to practice this, okay? So we're gonna come up and we're gonna lower down without our knees, and then we're gonna use those knees to assist us back up. Lowering down without those knees, using those knees to assist us back up. This is going to get you to that toe push-up a lot faster than just continuing to work on those knees. Good job, guys. We're almost there. Take a rest if you need to. If you need to kind of come out of that, shake those shoulders out. Get ready, back into it when we can. And again, the more you elevate that upper body, so you can go onto a chair or a bench, or you can even go onto the wall, wherever you're at. One more, and rest. Whew. This is actually a great reminder. The push-up challenge is coming up. I guess not coming up, but registration's coming up. Let's wait till this timer goes and we'll chat about that a little bit. Keep our minds off these push-ups. Anyway, it's a push-up challenge. It runs for about a month, all of February. It starts February 5th, I believe. You do 2,000 push-ups in the month. So each day, it's an app. It sends you a number that you complete in a day. You obviously don't have to do them all in a row. So say there's 80 push-ups that day, you do 8 times 10, or however you want to break that up throughout the day. And it is a fundraiser. The money goes towards mental health support. And I usually check, we use Haldeman, Norfolk, CAMH. So Canadian Addiction Mental Health, or no, I think it's CMHA actually. Yes, it's CMHA. But we can pick a local one and rest. Anyway, I'm going to be starting the Fit and Flow team. I do it every year. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned. You can sign up. This one, I don't think there's a registration fee, which is nice. All the money raised goes towards that foundation. Okay, enough talking about that. Next, we're going into Arnold presses. We are going to go single arm, and then on our third round, we're going to alternate, okay? So we're gonna grab one weight at first, each arm, each time, and then we'll go into alternating for our third set, okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna rest those shoulders though, making sure we take our time, choose that rest, embrace that rest, right? Get those shoulders ready. We're working shoulders again. Watching that, we've got that nice neutral stance, core is engaged, head, ribs, hips. We're stacked like a snowman. We're not pushing those hips forward, okay? As we press up, right over top of that shoulder, rotate back down. All right, last few seconds here of our rest. This is a great one to track. You've got that tracking sheet, making sure you're checking what you've been working on. Can you go a little bit heavier? All right, let's grab that weight. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna extend, inhale down. I've just recently increased the weights on these, so this is definitely still a bit of a struggle for me, especially with this shoulder of mine that we are working on healing. Exhale as we press, inhale as we come down. That slow rotation, using that rotation to hit all 3 heads of that delt. So we've got the front, middle, rear. With that rotation, we're hitting all 3 heads. Almost there, guys. Last couple reps, they should be a struggle. And rest 15 seconds. We're going to switch over to the other side, okay? Nice deep breath, giving that shoulder a break. And we're doing the exact same thing on the other side, okay? So getting in that rack position, that core is strong, gentle bend in those knees. We're going to take an inhale, pressing up overhead on that exhale. We're inhaling down, exhaling up. Awesome job. Slow and controlled. Control the down. As these reps get harder, watching you're not pushing those hips forward. Awesome job, guys. Ten seconds left. Let's get these last couple reps in. and rest. Good. Next, we're going into alternating. This should be interesting with these weights. So both arms, and we're gonna go left, and then we're gonna go right, okay? So alternating back and forth. This is our last set of these. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Use that breath to help you through those reps. You can tell the sets that I struggle on. Not a lot of talking going on here, but I'm cheering you on in my head, okay, guys, I promise. Just trying to get through these last reps. Great job, we're almost there. One more. And rest. Good work. Let's take a break. Let's grab a drink. We are going into triceps next. So we're going to go into a tricep extension. We can go into a staggered stance if that feels better. Single weight. We're bending at those elbows right down the center of our neck, back, and then back to that starting position. Slow and controlled down. And back up, watching that our elbows stay in. They don't flare. Thinking biceps to ears, okay? Last few seconds in our rest. Make sure we're staying hydrated. Grabbing those quick drinks of water between those sets on those rests. Tricep extension, another one we can throw on that tracking sheet. 10 seconds left. Here we go. Into those extensions. 5 seconds left. In 3, 2, and 1. So we inhale as we lower. Exhale, engage that core. Using that mind to muscle connection in this move. Thinking about the backs of those upper arms here. And that is where we're targeting. We're going to go through this 3 times. We're going to have a little break and do some core. And then we'll head into that second set. We've got some raises, some flies, and some more push-ups. Whisper that lightly under my breath. Good job, guys. We're almost there. And rest. Good work. Set that weight down. 15 seconds. We're going to do that 2 more times. See how that weight feels. We're always taking these breaks to check in. Can I go a little heavier? Or do I need to go down a bit? Were those reps really sloppy? I lost that form. Maybe I'm not quite there. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. If you've got a mirror nearby, again, watching, we want to make sure that our elbows aren't starting to flare out. So we're bringing those elbows in and back, lining up that bicep to our ear. Ten seconds left. Last couple reps. And rest. Good job. Put that weight down. One more time, guys. Shake those arms out. We'll give that upper body, or at least those arms, a break after this. A little bit of core for in between break. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. I'm thinking full range of motion, so all the way up to that extend, and then lowering nice and low. If you have a really annoying ponytail in the back of your head, it's getting in the way. I feel you, girl. Bad hair choice for today. Taking that break if you need to. Again, I've been working on increasing these weights. So through that 3rd set often, we're not quite making it. One more, and rest. Ooh, those got sloppy. That's all right. Okay, so we are going to come down. We're going to go into a V-sit, and we're going to go into some knee pulls here, okay? So coming down to a seated position, we're going to sit in this V-sit, and we are going to extend those legs, and we're going to go some knee pulls here. So we're sending that leg out straight, pulling that knee in, keeping that core strong. The further you lean back, the more challenging it's gonna be, okay? You can make it a little bit easier and plant that foot on the floor, and we're just alternating back and forth. But to make it a little bit more challenging, we're in that V-sit and we're pulling back and forth, okay? 10 seconds, we're only gonna go through this one time, and then we'll head into that second circuit, and then we'll finish our second circuit off with the same move, okay? So here we go, legs out in front of us, core is strong, 3, 2, and 1. So sending those legs out straight. If it kind of hurts your tailbone or your butt, you can always grab a pillow or just fold that mat over a little bit. Make it a little bit softer on that butt. If you need to break, go ahead and do that. But if you can keep going, keep going. Keep that core nice and strong here, guys. Almost there. Last 10 seconds. And rest. All right. Now we're going to take a drink. We're going to enjoy a nice break here. And we'll chat about our second set. So same format. We've got 3 exercises. We're going through each exercise 3 times. First exercise is going to be a front raise. So we've got 2 weights. We're coming up in front of us, slowly lowering back down. We're not pushing those hips forward, okay? So front raise. Second exercise, we're going to be doing those standing chest flies, so palms are up, and we're reaching across that palm, alternating sides. And then our third one, we are going to do launcher push-ups. So what those look like are, we're going to do a push-up. We're going to come back to that push-up. I can't go all the way down because the weights are going to hit you in the face, but you get the idea. We're coming back to that push-up position. You can drop onto those knees and slowly lower back down, back to that launcher, out to that push-up. You can modify that, take the launcher out and continue those elevated push-ups, or you can go ahead and try this with us. See how many we can get in. Sometimes we are stronger than we think, so at least give it a try. All right. You're gonna laugh, but I have some jars of pasta I'm gonna be using for these front raises because my 10 pounds are in my vehicle and my baby's sleeping in there, and I don't want to risk waking him up. So I don't know why I chose glass jars, but that's where we're at. Okay, get your weights ready. Front raises. I just know there's no way I'm doing front raises with 15 pounds. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. It's gonna be a little light, but it's better than nothing. So exhale, raise those arms, and then slowly lower back down. Working those shoulders here. Working on nice, strong shoulders today. Nice defined shoulders. Keep that core strong. On that raise, we don't want to go higher than parallel, so we don't want to be coming way up here. We're just coming up to shoulder height, and then slowly lowering back down. If you're struggling with that 2-arm raise, you can go ahead and go into alternating raises. And rest. Okay, set those weights down, give those shoulders a break. 15 seconds here. We're going through that 2 more times, okay? How did that weight feel? Writing down that weight when we're done these 3 reps. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Into that raise. Slowly lower back down. Awesome job. Try not to lock those elbows out, so we've got a nice gentle bend in those elbows. Checking in every few reps. We are not starting to go like this. We are keeping that tailbone untucked. That core is strong. Ribs are down, not flared out, down. Sometimes that rib cue can help with that core engagement, that mind to muscle. So we're thinking about tucking that rib cage, and at that same time, we're engaging that core. Last couple of reps here. And rest. 15 seconds, we're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to go into those standing flies, okay? Working a little bit more chest there. Here we go, last time. In 3, 2, and 1. By this 3rd set, we should be struggling. These should be hard. Those last 2 reps, we should barely be getting through, okay? Good job, guys. We're almost there. Alternate those arms if we need to, if we're just not feeling good with those front raises together. Adjust if needed. We don't want to lose that form already. We've got a few reps left. And rest. Awesome. Okay. Setting my jars aside, we're going to try these with a bigger one. But here, palms are up, and it's like we're serving a tray. We're bringing it across that chest, okay? So we've got a few seconds left in this rest. We're going to switch to the chest. 2 upper exercises left, core, and then we're out of here, okay? All right. Got about 15 seconds left here. So let's get those weights ready. Here we go, 5 seconds left. In 3, 2, and 1, let's go. So alternating sides, we're bringing that weight up and across that chest. Wouldn't want to go any heavier. Good work, guys. Taking your time, slow and controlled, controlling that weight on the way down. We don't want to just be dropping it to our hips. And rest, set those weights down. Whew. Fiery upper body today, especially if you're lifting those heavy weights. Heart rate is up. We are feeling this one. Okay, here we go. Second set in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Every time I don't get these lighter weights out for my workout, fully regret it. Halfway through, you should have risked it. You should have thought about that. You should have taken the risk and just got the lighter weight. Great work, guys. Last couple reps and rest. Okay, we've only got to do that one more time, and then we're into those push-ups. So maybe enjoy these. Maybe if you hate push-ups, let's think about really soaking in the last few minutes of not doing push-ups, okay? 45 seconds left. We're doing one more time with those chest flies. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. We're halfway there. Getting those last reps in. Almost there, guys. Keep pushing. Whew, lift those heavy weights. Stronger with every rep, even though these look terrible. Don't do as I'm doing. Oh, and rest. Good work, guys. We are out of that. Okay, again, I'm going to talk about these push-ups. Another modification you could do is take that push-up out and just do those launches. So we're here, we're sending back to that launch, and then we're coming out holding that plank. Send back to that launch, holding to that plank, okay? So whatever feels good. Remember, we're doing this 3 times through, so it is going to be challenging. If you have wrist pain, you can go ahead and grab weights and holding on to them if you have those hexagon weights. Puts a different angle on those wrists, takes some of that tension off. So we're going to enjoy this last few seconds of rest here. We're going through 3 times. We're going to do some core, and then we'll stretch it out, okay? All right, let's get ready. This is going to get our heart rate up. Finishing off strong. 9 seconds left. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to go push up. Back to that launcher. Forward. Push up. modify, we're just gonna come here. You can hold that plank, or you can drop to those knees into that push-up, back up, back, and forward. Almost there. And rest. All right, 15 seconds, 2 more times through. I know you're cursing at me right now, I'm sorry. And this was probably the worst workout that I could probably promote this push-up challenge. All these push-ups, you're like, no, I don't want to do this for more. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. 2,000 push-ups is a lot of push-ups. And I made the mistake, you skip a day, you gotta catch it up the next day. And then you skip 2 days, and then you gotta catch it up. And I got to the end. And that final day, whew, I had a lot of push-ups to do. And also, if you are interested in the challenge, they do offer modifications. So if you want to do 2,000 squats for the month, 2,000 whatever exercise you like, something that's challenging, something you want to work on, you can do that instead. And you're just logging that exercise every day instead. Oh. Rest. Also, it does not matter what kind of push-up you do. There's no judge. There is no strict rules on that. So if you want to do 2,000 push-ups on the wall, if you want to use your chair, knees, it does not matter. Here we go. Last time. 3, 2, and 1. Don't hold that breath, guys. It's so easy to do when those push-ups get hard. Last few seconds of work here. Ooh, we are so close, guys. Last 2, let's go. And rest. Oh, torture. All right, 20 seconds, flipping over into that V-sit. We're gonna go into those knee pulls. If you had issues with that last time, another modification, plant your hands here and just go into kickouts, okay? Here we go, 3, 2, 1. So we're here and we're just kicking those legs straight out, alternating back and forth. Staying in that V-sit, keeping that core strong. And our other option, we're into those knee pulls. Last bit of work here, guys. We've got 20 seconds left. Eight seconds. Ooh, we're losing it. Leaning back further, make it more challenging for these last ones. And rest. Good job. All right, let's stay seated here. Let's take a nice deep breath. Grab a sip. And we'll just go into, let's go to some wrist rolls first, actually. Hands together. Roll out those wrists one way as we deep breathe. Letting that heart rate come back. And then we'll go the other way. Is that as hard for you guys as it is for me to roll your wrist the other way? Interesting. Didn't know I was so untalented. All right, now let's plant that left hand up and over. Nice big side stretch. Still continue with those nice deep breaths. Right into that side, right into that rib cage. And then we'll plant that hand, other hand up and over. Another side stretch. Nice deep breaths. Focusing on that upper body as we go into our cool down. And from here, we'll go into that chest opening stretch. So we're gonna interlace our hands behind our lower back. If you can't reach, you could always grab a rope, some type of tie, a belt. And then a tricep stretch. We're gonna take that right arm, reaching down, feeling that nice stretch in the back of that upper arm here. Watching we're sitting up nice and tall. Feeling that belly on those inhales and fully exhaling. And then we'll go ahead, we're gonna switch to the other side. Maybe feeling a little bit of tenderness in those shoulders for the next couple days, a little soreness. We worked them very hard today. So make sure you're focusing on that mobility. Open that chest. We'll finish off here with a nice shoulder stretch. Open up, and then we'll finish off on that other side. And you can take more time here if you want to add some more stretches in. If you want to hold some of those a little bit longer. Sometimes as we're doing the stretches, we notice we're feeling tension in a certain area. So maybe revisiting that stretch, holding a little bit longer. And then when this side feels complete for you, we are all finished. Great job getting to your mats today, guys.